Before we start this video today, I want to say thank you to all the veterans and all of our service people currently serving to protect this country and protect our freedom. Really appreciate that. You know, while most of us are just here back in civilian life enjoying everything, there's people out there that are risking their lives away from their family and protecting everything that we love. So thank you. This is definitely a different type of video than what I'm normally making with car videos, car news, car reviews, things like that. But I am going to, as I progress in business and life, I'm just going to throw in some pointers here and there that I've learned and had success with. I'm in no way claiming to be some like business genius or anything like that, but I do think I have some pointers that can help you out in a new job. I've kind of listed out what I've done or the advice that I've got and how I've applied it and where I've seen it work. So I hope you enjoy this. So the best business advice that I ever got, and I think is extremely applicable when you're in any new situation, but especially when starting a new job, would be to listen twice as much as you talk, and others will hear twice as much of what you have to say. Now that sounds kind of basic. I mean, just close your mouth, but it's true. You want to almost be listening. Use your ears 80% of the time, use your mouth 20% of the time. The reason I say this is because when you jump into a new environment, oftentimes people are trying to separate themselves. I find the best way to separate yourself is by showing respect, listening to others, and working as hard as you possibly can. The job that I started with 14 guys, and there were a few in the training in the classroom that all they wanted to talk about was what their dad does, what sport they played in college, what pro athletes they met, and how they tried to be a professional athlete and failed, and now we're all sitting in the same classroom. It just doesn't work. You're just immediately a sore thumb in the classroom, and you put yourself in the position you don't want to be in. You don't want to be viewed that way. So just by being, respectful of the people around you and listening to what they have to say, I think is far more effective than, talking about what car your dad drives in the 3 Series he bought you in high school. Another thing that I find is, you're going to run into people in the workplace that are not, you don't necessarily get along with them, you don't like their views, maybe you don't like the clothes they wear, I don't know. If they have tenure at the company, you should show them respect. You should listen to what they have to say, take it with a grain of salt, and move on. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of deals that I've been involved with, I'm in sales, where the vendor rep who is talking to my customer, who I've been working with for 2-3 years, is constantly talking about how great their product is, why it's the best, but they're not listening to what the customer's needs are. And while they might have a great technology, they're pitching the newest and greatest part when maybe what that company does as a basis is what the customer needs, but they're pitching something else because they're not listening to what the customer wants. And I've had so many times where a conference call ends and I just wait for it. I sit there and watch the phone. The customer calls me, "Hey, Ben, what was with that guy? Why was he not listening to what I'd say?" I mean, I've had that conversation probably 10 or 12 times. It blows my mind that the manufacturer rep is not listening to what the customer has to say. Again, ears 80% of the time, mouth 20% of the time. Even if you're a vendor rep trying to sell something, you need to listen to what the other person has to say. It's the same as with working with a colleague. Listen to what they have to say. Show them that you care about what they have to say, and you'll get your turn to speak as well. I just think you're going to be successful this way. You're going to be well liked this way. I personally do this. I always listen to what people have to say, and then I tell them, and they're willing to listen to what I have to say. It just works that way, and I'm well liked within the office. You could ask anyone that I work with. I wouldn't say that there's one person that has a problem with me. So that's pretty much it. Just a short video, a quick tip, maybe something that you can take and build from that. I'm not going to be doing these videos very often, but as I feel appropriate when I pick something up, I might toss a video together and send it out. So interested to see what your comments are below on this type of advice, maybe your experience with it. Greatly appreciated. I think everyone likes to go through the comments and see what everyone else has to say. That's what's great about YouTube. But thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Like, share!
What's up, guys? Parker Narenstein here.